Does anyone else have to watch their old book haul video to see which ones you didn't already talk about? Because that's me.
So look, it's a puppy.
Hey bookish buddies, I am back again with another giant book haul because I have a book buying problem, if you didn't already know. So I don't think I have as many as I did in my last book haul, which I'll link somewhere, but I still have quite a bit of books stacked on my bed that I pulled off my shelves that I have to talk to you guys about today. So grab a snack, because this might be a little long. I'm going to start with the ARCs that I received from publishers because I always like to give them the spotlight if I can. So we're going to start with those books and then go into the ones that I've bought. And most of the books that I buy are very cheap, like $1 to $3 to $4. I loved my thrift books, but I did get a couple of brand new ones, so I'll make sure to mention that when I talk about them. So I got 3 books from publishers this month, which is very, very exciting. And one of them, actually, I got a newsletter and this cute little book, let me grab it. This cute little book that has all of the books that are coming out by them if I want to request any more. So I was so thankful. That's Flame Tree Press, so thank you guys so much for reaching out to me. And one of the books that's coming out in May kind of interested me, so I decided to ask for a copy and they sent it, so I'm very thankful. And that is House of Skin by Jonathan Janz. This is a horror book, and I have never read from this author before, but he has other books coming out, and he's had a lot that have come out. So I'm excited to give this a try and see if I like this author, because I don't really read much horror besides King, but I really want to get into more. So that's why I requested this one, and I'm so happy I have it. And I will be reading... Since this comes out in May, I will actually be reading it in April, so I will talk more about it in my April TBR that will be posted on the 1st. The next book I got from publishers came from Penguin Random House, and that is Her Daughter's Mother by Daniela Petrova. And I actually don't remember requesting this, but I'm really excited I did. This is a thriller, and this is just a beautiful cover. And you guys know that I will take any thriller I can get because I love them so much. So I'm super excited, and I am very grateful for Penguin sending this my way because I cannot wait to read it. And this comes out in June, so I'll be reading it in May. And then the last book that I received from publishers is from St. Martin's Press, so thank you guys. And that is Things You Save in a Fire by Catherine Center. I received her other book, How to Walk Away, as an ARC last year, and I still haven't read it. My bad. But I requested this because I honestly like the matching covers and because the premise intrigued me, so that's why I requested it. So this one comes out in August, so I have a while for this, but I'm thinking of maybe getting to her other book first sometime this year so that I can know her writing and hopefully really like it. So when I go to read this in July, I will be very, very excited instead of just very excited. So now I am going to just start picking and showing you guys books. And I also have a package too unopened at the end, which is the most highly anticipated books of this month. So I'm really excited, but I'm going to wait till the end like I did last time to keep your anticipation growing because I've been waiting all this time. You guys can too. So I will start with some of the books that, there's also a book in that pile, but it's, whatever. So I'll start with the books that actually I got at the end of March, but I had already filmed my video. And so they were the last couple of big books that I had, and I'm pretty sure this is right. These are the ones that came. But I have book 2 and book 3 in the Wheel of Time series. I'm super, super excited, and I am very excited to get to reading them. They're just big, chunky books, so I am scared to start them, especially because I'm trying to read as much of my TBR books as I can this year, but I am very excited to have these, and this series is just great. And then the other book is also a big chunky monkey, and that is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. And again, I am highly, highly anticipating reading this. It's just very intimidating because it is giant. It is almost as long as the uncorrected proof of The Stand. So I love The Stand, and I'm pretty sure I'll love this, but it's still going to take a lot of time to read. And then I also got this graphic novel for pretty cheap, which was super, super exciting. And it is The Eye of the World Volume 1, which is the first book of the Wheel of Time in a little graphic novel. And the art is so vibrant and like wonderful. I'm so excited to read this. But the book, The Eye of the World, is so big that this is in like 5 or 6 volumes. So this is only the first couple of chapters, but I'm still super excited to have this because I love graphic novels, and especially adaptations of novels into graphic novels. I just love seeing someone else's interpretation of the characters. And then I think I talked about getting this one in the last book haul, so Clockwork Angel. But I did end up getting Clockwork Prince and Princess as well. I'm thinking about returning and trying to get a hard copy of Clockwork Prince because they sent me a soft cover and I wanted them all to match. Even though I did order a hardcover, they sent me this. So I'm debating right now because this is still in good condition. It's just not matching, so that makes me annoyed, but it's fine. I still have it. And then Clockwork Princess, and this is actually the first edition because it has the special poster cover. So I thought that was pretty great for $3. So those, I got the rest of the series, so I'm super excited. And then the rest of these are all ones that I make when I get paid. Sometimes I'll make like a $10 to $15 purchase on thrift books because that'll get me about 4 books and curb my want for books. So that's usually what I do. So a couple of these are from thrift books, and then I also visited the book sale at my library, at my library that is like an ongoing sale that they have like a little room set up. So I visited that, and then I also visited this giant used bookstore in Clarion, where my college is, that I've never been to before. And I've always like walked past and was interested, and so one day I just went in, and so some of these books are also from that. So I guess I'll just pick and grab, like I said, because it's hard to just be like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this one next. So I'll talk about the ones from the library first, and I got 3 there for $1 each. The first one is Like Water for Chocolate by Laura Esquivel. I had a hardcover copy of this that was really nice because this is one of my favorite books of all time, and I let someone borrow it and I never got it back. So when I saw this for $1, even though it's not like the best copy, I wanted another copy for my shelf because, like I said, one of my favorite books, so I picked this one up to have it. And then the other 2 books are ones that I have been highly anticipating because I've heard a lot of good things about them, and even though the ones are not as high rated on Goodreads as I thought it was, but I'm still excited for it. So that one is The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. I've read other Alice Hoffmans and I really enjoyed them, so I am excited, and the premise of this sounds so interesting. There's magical realism, and I'm just looking forward to Alice Hoffman's writing style because that's my favorite. So I picked this one up. And then the other one I have here is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This one, you know, everyone like is saying it's so big and stuff, and I mean, yeah, it's over 500 pages, but considering some of the fantasy books I have, it's not that big to me. So I'm very excited to have this and read it because, again, I've heard wonderful, wonderful things about this book, and I knew I needed to grab it because it was only $1. And then I have some fantasies that I got at that bookstore / antique store. The first one I have here, I actually goofed, and I thought it was the first book in the series, and it's not. So I accidentally picked up the 3rd book in a series, and that is Black Powder War by Naomi Novik. You guys might have heard of Naomi from Spinning Silver and the other book that she released. It's a YA fantasy, and that's where I heard her from. So whenever I saw the series by her, I was like, oh, that's cool. But I did recently order the first book on thrift books for $3, so that way I can actually read it in order instead of book 3. And because it doesn't say book 3 anywhere on here, so I thought it was the first one. But it's not. But it's about dragons, and it's fantasy, and that was enough for me to be intrigued. So I'm actually really excited to get to that one eventually. And then this book here is probably one of, up there with The Name of the Wind and The Way of Kings, because I've heard just, this is one of the greatest fantasy novels out there. That is The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch, and this is like a very, very nice little mass market paperback. Like, it's in very great condition, so I picked this up because it was at the used bookstore and I've been wanting to get a try, and since it was there, I just grabbed it for my reading pleasure. So I'm very excited to get to this one as well. And then the last one I got there was $1, and it was kind of just like on a whim. I like Star Wars, if you didn't already know, and I decided to pick up the first book in the new Jedi Order, which these are not canon anymore, but I still want to see what this is all about. And the first book is called Vector Prime. I kind of just was interested. It was only $1. I was just interested to see what the old canon Star Wars stories were. So I picked this up, and so I will eventually be reading this and telling you guys my thoughts. And if I think that the old canon should still be a thing or not. We're getting down to the wire here, so these are more thrift book orders. I actually have some in the mail right now, and I have one over there, and I don't want to get it out of the pile. So I'll just stick it up here. It's Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I'm reading this in the OWL's readathon. Aw, Stormy. Stormy's leaving. Jingle jangle. So I didn't want to get it, but it is a Gillian Flynn book, so I'm really excited for it. I'm gonna let the dog out. And yeah, you're probably like, oh, you could have gotten that book, Belle. It's on the bottom of the pile, and the pile is like 15 books high, so we're just gonna leave it there. But I have some more coming in the mail, but they will be in my April haul, because obviously by the time I'm filming this, they aren't here yet. So these two are more fantasy books that I am so excited to get to. They are one of them's YA and one of them is adult, I think. But anyway, the first one is Storm Dancer by Jay Kristoff. I am super excited for Nevernight, and then when I learned about this series by him, I had to get it because it also sounds freaking great. So now I have this on my TBR, and I could not be more excited. And this cover is just beautiful. Do you not think so? I think it is. I think it's very pretty. And the other one here, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen it, but it is Flamecaster by Cinda Williams Chima. Peru's Project has gushed over this, so that is why I picked it up for myself. And I think that this cover is also gorgeous, and I am super excited to see why she loves this series so much for myself. I am a fantasy lover through and through now, so I want to pick up all the fantasy books and try them. And then the last thrifty book I have here is one that I'm actually so excited for, and that is The Plague Dogs by Richard Adams. When I found out that this was a thing after looking up Watership Down, because if you didn't already know, it's one of my favorite books of all time, and he wrote this book, and this is about dogs that were tested on and they kind of get loose and kind of the repercussions with that. And this edition is stunning. Like, it's old but it has nice deckled edges, and like I love illustrated covers like this. And there's a fox on the back, and I love foxes, and so I'm just super excited to read this. It sounds so great, and if I loved Watership Down, I'm pretty sure I'm going to love any Richard Adams. So yeah, I am super excited to have this now, if you can't tell. Alright, and then the last one I have here that is not in a package is the only other brand new book that I bought, and that is Renegades by Marissa Meyer, because I have been highly anticipating this book because superheroes sounds a lot like My Hero Academia. Sounds like it's up my alley, so I had to purchase it, and it was only like $10. Which was pretty much, it was on sale from normal price, so I picked it up, and Felicia said I would probably like it because she read it, and yeah, so I have this now, and I'm currently rereading Cinder. Well, I'm going to be rereading Cinder and reading Scarlet in the OWLs, so I am reading more of her books and preparing for this because it'll get me back into a writing style, and I'm just super excited. So I have 4 minutes left of my filming time, and let's see if I can open this package and get the rest of this video done. We'll see. This is going to be my new pride and joy, I think. I'm so excited. When I got this the other day, I really wanted to rip it open, but I said, you know, I'm going to be filming my book haul, so let's just wait. Let's just wait and open it then. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm super excited. I obviously know what this is. This is the other brand new thing that I bought, and it was a little pricey, but I did a poll on Instagram asking if I should just buy the first book in the trilogy or just get the whole trilogy, and everybody said get the whole trilogy, so I listened. And here we are. Does anyone have any guesses? If you want to just pause the video and go leave your guesses and then reply to it, go ahead. But this is one of my series that I need to read this year. So, oh my goodness. You see how pretty these are? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm holding them upside down, but oh my gosh. My glasses are all over the place. This is the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab. And I am so excited to finally own this because I've been wanting to read this for so long. And so now I finally have it in my possession. And I think that these spines are gorgeous. So I'm super, super excited to have this box set. And this was I got it the cheapest I could find, which was on Amazon. And so I'm hoping that this meets my expectations and is one of my favorite series of all time because I did pay a good amount for them, but I think it's going to be worth it because everybody says that the series is freaking great. So this is the most exciting part of this haul in my opinion. So yes, I have no idea the total of books. I'll count real quick. There's 22 books here, so yeah, not as big as last time, but still pretty big. And yeah, I am super excited to get to all these books eventually, even though I still have tons on my shelf already. But I have to add to my collection, right? Because that's what booktube do. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this book haul as much as I did. And if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to see more of my wonderful videos in the future. But until then, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!